Besides, I can't leave Mousefanger behind. Cassau is a wonderful place to call home. Oh, of course. She truly is the Queen of Cassau. Yes. I don't imagine how drafty and lonely the convent must have been after everyone else left. Of course, she is the Queen of Cassau. Has the convent changed much since the poor Clares arrived? Yes, the food is simpler and some of the prayers are different, but the chores and the gardening is the same. Gertrude misses making ink for the scriptorum, but I've enjoyed learning the sisters' new customs. Speaking of which, I should probably return to my chores. Of course, sister, apologies for interrupting. Not at all, Magdalene, God bless you. Workshop. This is the kitchen. There's not anything that interesting in here. There's food, what are you on about? Sister Marie and Sister Gaspu take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. This is murdering my voice. God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? No, sister, I'm learning more about the convent's history, so I can finish the meal in the town. Oh, I'm considering joining the convent. Let's keep up the lie. I'm considering joining the convent. Mother Francesca graciously allowed me to visit with you. Hallelujah! Glory and praise be to God! You've brought such joy to me this day, child. I haven't actually joined yet, sister. Do you have a strong stomach? Perhaps you can help, sister. Sister, is it Isabeau? Like Isabel, but old. Isabeau and me, in the kitchens. I've been preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isabeau has graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong according to the rule of St. Francis. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire, a lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again. Not to Magdalene, please. It's ridiculous. Ghosts aren't real. I ain't afraid no ghost. What made you think you saw a spirit, sister? Could it have been the ghost of one of the sisters from the founding of the convent? Maybe even Saint Tassia? If it was, she has never said a word to me, though I fell prostrate in prayer before her. The spirit, whoever it is, rose up from the ground of Vigils? The ground of Vigils? Oh, it's, yeah, the time, isn't it? Dawn and dusk are the hours when boundaries between this world and the spiritual world are weakest. Dusk till dawn. We may be the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. Perhaps there's something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before. The spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it resides on holy ground. The spirit at Curacao. Andreas saw a ghost, that we never saw anything else of. A Roman spirit might be a great addition to the mural, I don't know. The council would approve though. I really think this has been sister. The spirit in Curacao, why would it come to the convent though? It breaks my heart to think this spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why didn't we keep going, Magdalene? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Of course. God bless you, sister. God bless you, child. Isabeau. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, sister. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills it. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it is my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. It's very noble of you. Shouldn't someone else be helping you, sister? It seems excessive. Very noble of you. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. Didn't Christ die so that we didn't have to suffer unnecessarily? Ah, got ya. Sounds like a lot of extra pain for nothing to me. I don't believe the Lord wants us to suffer, Lord. But didn't Christ die so we didn't have to suffer unnecessarily? In the next life, yes, but even Christ said we would face hardships when we live on this earth. I have chosen to find meaning and devotion to the Lord through my hardship. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me, sister. I don't really understand, but I'm glad it helps you. Thanks for sharing. You are most welcome, child. God bless you. Get out of this horrible place. The people here are crazy. It's cold today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here was long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is the walls were added and the convent was built onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Suzanne, God bless you. Oh, this is hard. Do I recognise you, Sister Benedicta? I think you were in town once or twice. Yes, you know what? Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francesca allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received that privilege. So she's the youngest, eh? Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food, doing all the chores. Rather be inside where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent, anyway? Snooping. I'm considering joining the Porclays, actually. Mother Francesca said I could look around. Oh, well, don't let me get in the way, then. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Oh, yes. I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home. I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters, and I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No, nothing has been... Everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Marie's ghost? I think it's... Maurictus and myself. Oh no. Who? Mauritius. Mauritius even. Don't tell Mother Francesca this. But I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony fled. Failed. Fled? Failed? Whichever it was. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Christian refugees? I wonder if there's a different retelling of St. Moritz saving Tassing. Oh, well maybe. I don't remember if the book mentioned any saints. The Latin was hard to read. Anyway, when Sister Marie said she saw a ghost, I thought it must be Mauritius trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? Definitely not. What did you do with this book, sister? Oh, well, I had it with me in the kitchen one day. Well, I actually laid the fire poker with it. Oh, that's unfortunate. My god, it must be completely destroyed. I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. It's alright, the book would probably have gone red otherwise. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I suppose it's better that the book got some use before it was lost forever. I can't. I mean, how could... Oh, never mind. Glad you're enjoying it. Besides, the story gives me ideas for the Rat House mural. Thanks for telling me about the book, sister. I won't tell Mother Francesca. God bless you, sister. Thanks, Madeline. God bless you. Art studio. The workshop is covered in dust. Yes, it was the Benedictine sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for the pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. Looks like everything was just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. But art allows us to find beauty in life. Even Christ said the Father clothed the lilies of the field in beauty. Just because art isn't essential to survival doesn't mean you can't do any kind of painting. That sounds horrible. Sure, you thought sneaking in and creating something, right? Because it's not essential to survival doesn't mean you can't do any kind of painting. We have other ways of to make art. Singing, telling stories, things like that. But yes, the workshop is off limits. Mother Francesca doesn't allow us to come in here unless to put something in storage. Come in a few times and notice some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots too. You think one of the sisters who would pay to? I won't be surprised if the twins managed to sneak their way in. You think it's the ghost Sister Marie said Sister Marie was talking about? You think one of the sisters secretly painting? Oh Lord, no. We live too close together in the convent for something like that to go unannounced. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if it's not what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. Probably. Valuable paint left to dry. Rack on pallets. There's old parchment scrap here. It's different from the others. Looks like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. The Mithraeum of Tassing has been destroyed by a flood. Mithraeum, it's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. Wait, this might be from the book that Sister Benedictine found. I wonder why it would mention the Mithraeum. Someone have written that. Where's the rest of the book? First one. Oh, I didn't know I was talking to her. I don't know. It's not a word I've ever heard before. It's certainly nothing in the convent by that name. The script is definitely German. I wonder if it's from the book written in Curacao itself. The note says the Mithraeum was destroyed. I suppose it doesn't matter. It's written in German, so... Well, the note says the Mithraeum was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Oh, we're just saying what was on there. Oh, fair enough. These old badges are beautiful. I hope the pilgrims that bought them loved them too. Can we take a badge? Put it in the mural. Let me in there. Oh, you're no fun, Sister Suzanne. Why can I not? Oh, because I can't actually walk that way. Here's the aquarium. Most of the Abbey's visitors come in here, but aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either, like Mother Francesca said, isolation is part of our vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go into town sometimes and even talk to men on occasion. And I'm stuck here, staring at these walls for the rest of my life. You unhappy here, Sister Suzanne? Don't always want to be your poor Claire sister. Do you regret your choice to become a sister? You unhappy here, Sister Suzanne? I don't know. My father promised me to the church as a baby. Some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So there I was, dropped into the poor Clares the summer I turned 17. And they took you in, just like that. Nobody asked what you wanted. So sorry. No one should be forced into a life they don't want. Isn't becoming a nun an honour? That will be remembered. We daughters are born to bear our family's legacy. Between our legs or on our backs, it doesn't matter. My family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but it isn't what I wanted. Since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. We can only do the best we can. I pray one day it'll be different. I understand. I have more autonomy to go where I want, but I'm still bound by the expectations of married home. It's sad, isn't it? It's not so bad, is it? I pray one day it will be different. Maybe, but we certainly won't ever live to see it. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. Hey, you're protected here from the plague and the Protestant rebels. It's a good life. Why don't you leave? I think you're lucky. You'd have to do with boys. If you could do anything else, what would it be? Don't forget Matilda and Waxlove. They used to be part of Cassel too. Why don't you leave? That will be remembered. And to what? My family wouldn't support me. I have no husband. I have no way to own land or make coin. What can I do but pray? And where better to do that than in the cloister? Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. Is that it? This is the chapel where we gather for Mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's the tower in the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was a Burgfried long before the structure began. Freestanding defence tower. Okay. A Burgfried long before the structure became a monastery. The Dutch gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. Those walls are protected Tassing from attacks of spirit and steel for generations. There's Latin here too. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. That will be remembered. Lord Cursail's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of the Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Well done, Magdalene. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding date. The Lady Cursail was actually the one who suggests the old castle was turned into a double monastery. We needed the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting. Even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Kersau is unique, a double monastery with 2 saints, one male and one female, to guard the town and abbey. So, the foundation of the abbey is even older than the Holy Roman Empire. It seems odd that a monastery would reuse place meant for war and peace. It's fascinating to think that even before the Duke gifted it to the church, fortification was founded by St. Moritz. So the abbey was older than the Holy Roman Empire. Many things have been built and torn down on this land over generations. Who knows where else used to be? Who knows what else used to be here? You're right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the Rath House. Then I'm glad we have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? I understand the appeal for such a small life. It offers its own freedoms from the world. Even if I'm not drawn to it, I can see why people choose holy life, but it's not for me. Not without art. To be honest, it's like a life of drudgery. It's not far wrong there. I'm not drawn to it. That's true. We aren't bound by the worries and thoughts of the world. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now, you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I think you should go. Be happy. Holy crap, we might get one. You never chose this life, and you deserve to have the life you truly want. Haggle background is a big increase here. Success! Magdalene, I think you're right. My family's devotion doesn't have to be mine. Maybe I can find a way out, in time. I'll help however I can, Suzanne. I'm sure we have some spare provisions at home. Really? That would be wonderful, so long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francesca before she suspects something. I learned a lot today. Thank you for showing me around the convent. Not as much as I hoped, but I'm glad I met you. I didn't learn as much as I hoped for the mural, but I'm glad I got to meet you. Yeah, we'll go with that one. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today has been more interesting than any I can remember in the abbey. Come, let's find Mother Francesca. She'll be waiting to hear what you thought of the place. And Sister Gertrude heard it all too. Well, Magdalene, what is your assessment of the Pauclairs? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? I am compelled by the devoted life the sisters lead, Mother Francesca, but I'm afraid I must tend to my father first. I think I prefer my books and printing, and in that case I need to finish my mural. Then I might take over for my father. Well, I haven't thought about my holy duty for providing children a husband, and I just can't give that up so soon. I had a thought, Mother. Perhaps my divine vision wasn't holy after all, though I do appreciate the sanctioned tour. I'm compelled by the devoted life of this sister's lead, but I'm afraid I must tend to my father first. Of course, I understand. Caring for your father is in itself a noble path. However, if your heart leads you back up the hill, the doors to the convent are always open to you. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendour of the old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. You're most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. We made a friend, at least. Alright, Gertie. Ah, Magdalene, how did your little expedition go? I learned a lot from seeing the abbey. It was a good idea. Well, they picked from you now. I learned about the Pauclairs and not as much about the abbey as I wanted. I'm frustrated there's so little left of the old abbey. Since I learned a lot about the Poor Clares, but not as much about the history of the abbey as I wanted. But sister, there's something I don't understand. The abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. In truth, the abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Curacao was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire were simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you'd find anything to help you for your mural inside other than charred wood and parchment. That's a shame. Still might be worth a look if I'm careful. I've explored all sorts of dangerous places. I'm sure the abbey isn't that bad. Worth a look if I'm careful. I worry after you sometimes, Magdalene, I really do. Thank you for all your help, Sister Gertrude. You are most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. Time to pet Son of Mousefanger. I want to pet the fluffy one. And see if we can break into the abbey. Well, that was, I don't know. I did learn more about the founding of Curacao. And that illustration for the manuscript, the Mithraeum, it was like the one in the old mine. Is it part of the history of the abbey or Tassing? Must have been written down somewhere. Only the library hadn't burned down with everything in it. The ruins are right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. Exactly, let's go. Oh, we can get in as well. My God, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. Everything collapsed in the fire. Just be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. This is a cutscene. I can't do anything. Oh shit. Geronimo? The music is brilliant in this. Well, why not get back that way? Oh no, I can't get back up. If I climb it, it might collapse further. I'll have to find another way out, easy enough. We can only go to the tower. Look at the pan pipes. There's nothing left of the old staircase. I guess I can't go this way. These vans go all the way up to the top though. That looks sturdy enough to hold my weight. Well, there's no other way out.